Hey, what's going on, guys? Just jumping on 8:30. I'll give this a few minutes before we start up, but I'm here. We'll see if anybody else jumps in. Hey, no problem. Sleepy relaxation. Just trying to make things easy for people. All right. So it's 8:32. I think it's time we jump into this thing. Welcome to How They Fund Crypto. I'm Rod. We're going to run through a little bit of a market review tonight and see if there's anything that we can look for the week coming up. So let's jump into what the market looked like this week. All right, so we've got a market cap of 1.76 trillion, holding fairly constant. Weekends can be quiet, but expect to see things maybe jump off tomorrow. Let's hope for something big, but we got Bitcoin still holding in at number one with a $55,944 Bitcoin, $950 Bitcoin. We've got Ethereum in at number two at $16.94. Ethereum still a good buy at this price. I expect big things for Ethereum this year. I really think during the bull run we might see them up around that $65,000 to $7,000. So Ethereum looks to be strong. Hopefully they've lined themselves up for a good close on this bull run with their news coming out in July. So let's wait and see. Binance Coin coming in at 270, still holding down the 3 spot. Tether still in at number 4. Cardano in number 5 at $1.19. Polkadot in at 32.30. Down a little bit from where I did the video this afternoon on Polkadot. XRP is holding at number 7 still. Uniswap at 8. Theta back into 9 spot. It's on a 12% run today at 13.41. And then we got Litecoin at number 10 at 184.90. And again, Chainlink's losing a little bit of market cap. They're still sliding down a bit. But expect some things to turn around for them in April. But it's kind of like Stella, guys. We just keep holding on and hoping for things to happen, but they're just not really popping. So give it some time. These are all different plays, right? They're not all one-day holds and get out, right? Like that's what the market's all about, is finding investments we can hold on to, right? So let's get into some news. Charles Hoskins weighs in on the U.S. government potentially banning Bitcoin and Cardano. Just during his most recent Ask Me Anything session, he said he just doesn't think that it's going to be able to be banned. He doesn't really buy into it. So Ray Dalio recently is stating that Bitcoin was likely to be outlawed. Charles does not think that that's a possibility or probability. So, people just say things to get themselves into the news, guys. Like, it's not like it's one of those things where Ray Dalio actually has something to go off. This is what he thinks should be happening, and whether or not it happens is still for somebody else to figure out. But definitely more just somebody trying to get some media coverage for himself and not really knowing what really embarking on an avenue here. So this is a great article. ARK Invest CEO, $1 trillion is nothing compared to where Bitcoin is going. So that $1 trillion is talking about the Bitcoin market cap. And they're saying that it is nothing right now compared to where it's going. So it says if we added up all of the potential demand relative to the limited supply, we come up with incredible numbers over the long term. We have just begun. $1 trillion is nothing compared to where this is ultimately going. So that is extremely bullish news for Bitcoin. We all know that there's a limited supply, and what drives market price? Supply versus demand. So this is exactly where Bitcoin's going. It's just another person telling us their opinion on it. This is all great news for Bitcoin holders. Another one here for Bitcoin. Bitcoin hodlers are not selling. Inactive Bitcoin supply has hit a 3-month low. Again, people are, especially with institutional money getting in, they're holding this long term. They're not coming in just to make a trade over a weekend or a couple of weeks and then getting out of their position. They're putting this on their balance sheets. This is going to be there for a long time. So this is just saying Bitcoin supply that has not moved in over 2.5 years has hit a 3-month low, indicating conviction from long-term hodlers. So this is even going into, you can now see the miners are starting to hold on to it again. So again, more or less going back to just saying there's a limited supply, the price is going to go up. So hang on, it's going to be a good run here yet still. We've got some NFT news. NFTs are not just for art. As technology matures, more uses will emerge. Some believe that the hype around $1 million NFT art and digital collectibles is warranted, with new use cases sure to emerge. Before the age of smartphones allowed the average person on the street to snap a selfie with their favorite celebrity, autographs and signed memorabilia were highly sought after by collectors. Naturally, the value of these real-world, authentic, and rare keepsakes are in high and remains so today. However, thanks to the utility of blockchain technology, digital collectibles are becoming the modern-day autograph of a one-of-a-kind, priceless piece of art. People need to look no further than a $69 million paid at auction for the now famous Everydays, the first 5,000 days. A digital collage created by digital artist Mike Winkleman, better known as Beeple. This is just saying that NFTs are going to only grow in popularity. It may not just be a trend. This may be something that becomes mainstay in this technology. And as it grows, things are actually going to get bigger for NFTs. And then the last thing that I want to go over in the news side is there's 5 coins to watch for this week based on, this is from the Cointelegraph here. So they're listing for themselves the 5 to watch are Clay, which Clay has been on an incredible run. I think it's all the way up to number 14 on the charts right now. So it's definitely something that people are taking notice on. They're still saying that there could be a lot of run left in this one. VeChain, they're saying it's entering into a strong upward trend, and the altcoin bounced off the 20-day EMA on March 25th, indicating the sentiment is positive and the bulls view the dips as a buying opportunity. So VeChain, big thing. Solana, there is another coin they're saying here. It's going into that bull flag and popping out of it. So they had that bearish flag form, the triangle pattern, which would have completed on a break and close below 1190. However, that did not happen, and the bulls aggressively purchased the dip to support on March 26th and pushed the price above the downtrend line on the 27th, invalidating the bearish setup. Kusama is in a strong uptrend. Again, look at that run right up here. They're saying the 20-day EMA at 381 on March 25th was purchased aggressively and seen as a long tail on the day's candlestick. This shows strong demand as every minor dip, the traders are expecting to rally further. So I think they have Bitcoin listed on here as another coin to watch for this week. Yeah, they do. I really hope by the end of the week we're talking about a $65,000 Bitcoin as things start to move and progress through this bull market. So there's definitely some change brewing in the market, a lot different from what it's been. So things are starting to change. Another cool thing, I would say this week is going to be a big week as we turn over the months. A lot of us are going to be happy to see March go behind, as the last 2 weeks of March were a little bit of a spiral for people in the market. I myself am looking forward to a better April. The first 2 weeks of March were fantastic, but the last 2 weeks were not so kind. And I'm really hoping for a strong April. A lot of the positions we got into were all positions that we could get into as a longer term hold, and we're buying some dips there. So we are just running through. So a lot of the chats today and yesterday, the love is definitely flowing through from YouTube. We appreciate that. The biggest thing that I'm being the biggest thing that's being mentioned or commented on in the videos is the clickbait and the $10,000 misleading headlines. I'll work on that. I don't want you to think that any of these coins that I've picked for my $300 to $10,000 challenge are one single mover, and it's not a buy and hold scenario to the end. Okay, guys, so it's going to be a buy and get into a position, look at where it's moving. If we can get something favorable, pull out of that position and find something else to go into that we think is going to be a bigger mover, we will. So this whole challenge of this $300 to $10,000 challenge is not just purchasing 3 coins and staying there. It's starting at 3 and diversifying out if we can, or it can be pulling out of a coin altogether and then moving into something else. So for those of you who haven't followed along this weekend, the 3 coins are in. We've locked them in. The purchases were all made on Binance. I wanted coins that were easy to access. Again, these are my opinions, my projections on 3 coins that I think are going to do me some well. But I wanted to make access to be as easy as possible. So let's jump back over to the screen share and we'll pull up on market cap. I've got them in a watch list right now, and I am pulling them into a portfolio. But we have BitTorrent or BTT. We've got Polygon or Matic as a position, and Holo or HOT. So these are all coins that I think are going to do fairly well in April. In May, I'm hoping to see some of these bounce up and give me a 2x. And that would just strictly be to buy into another project. These are the 3 that I feel are showing signs that they could actually move. And there's some bigger news coming out later this week, I think, that's going to actually help my Holo position and be able to make a profitable run on that, and then maybe diverse and then change out. I do hold these in other wallets. This isn't a wallet, obviously. I'm just showing you what I have on the watch list. This is where I researched everything on CoinMarketCap, and then I've just set them on my watch list. These are the 3 I will show you. I've got to move some stuff out of Binance, but I will bring them on the wallet. You guys can see it, the positions I got into. So all I've done for this challenge, guys, is I've taken the $300. So I'll go over them again. Sorry, BitTorrent, BTT, Polygon, Matic, Holo, HOT. Those are the 3 coins that are in for this challenge right now, okay? And I just want to go back, and you guys have seen the computer screen long enough. You guys want to see this a little bit more, I'm sure. So those 3 coins, those my Alexa's going off in the background. That's awesome. Those 3 coins are the 3 coins that I think are going to pop the most for me and be able to parlay into something else down the road. Alexa, she just totally interrupted me, and I totally forget where I was going with that train of thought. But the cool thing is those 3 coins are coins that I think that are going to make a good run up that I can get in and out of something else down the road and maybe project into something else. I really wish I knew what my thought was or where I was heading with that, but that's the beauty of live. I can't really stop and go back around, delete and come in and do it again. But anyways, is there anybody that's on here right now that's got any questions of anything they want to look at before we jump into anything else? I'm going to do my Snoop Dogg impersonation. SodaStream, baby. Oh, that's thanks for that, Janet. Actually, I appreciate it. That's where I was actually heading with the challenge the way that I have it set up. I have done the 3 coins, and the challenge is set up with Binance because I wanted stuff that was easy to access for people if they wanted to get into something. It wasn't going to be trying to go into an exchange and doing Anchor's another great one, Janet. But I wanted to make it so that it was easy to purchase and get into something if you were following along or trying something. Again, I don't recommend that you guys just mirror what I'm doing. I don't really want to have to pull my position, go on live right away so that I can get the information to you guys. And that way, I just want to be able to protect myself and yourself as well. I'm just reading these comments as they come up. I appreciate all the interaction tonight. The purpose of these is that these are the 3 coins that I like right now. These are the 3 coins I think are showing that they're lining up for a good start to April. They are easy to access. Like I said, I didn't want you to have to go to an exchange or try to transfer stuff in and out of different wallets. But I honestly, these are the 3 that I believe in right now. I'm not a financial advisor. I want you guys to do some research on them yourselves. I've definitely had some people share some opinions on it. And some of these might even be great longer holds, but these are just stuff that I'm maybe trying to 2x to take a bigger bag of coins into another position. We'll pull up Anchor in a second. Anchor's pumped pretty hard, but we'll take a look at it on the charts and see where it's at. The best wallet to purchase these coins. So Binance would be the best marketplace. You can do online transactions through Binance. So you can just use your debit card or link your bank account, make a purchase on Binance. But again, I want you guys to do some of your own research before you just go out and buy these coins. Make sure it's something that you guys are going to be able to pick up on maybe some buy or sell signals as well. Another great thing that I did early on was I got familiar with reading candlesticks because those indications are going to be helpful for picking your positions on when you want to get in. And the other thing that I like about with Binance versus a Coinbase or anything like, well, Coinbase is completely different, but I honestly think that with Binance, when you go on and you can pick your sell and you can do a limit price or a limit buy or a limit sell, these things are things that are going to help you save a little bit. You pay a lot for convenience with Coinbase and some of those other abilities to trade in your wallets, even like Exodus wallet and stuff like that. You're paying for sheer convenience to leave stuff in that wallet and trade. So when you have stuff on market, it's nice and easy that way. No, I honestly, the question right here is, do you think these coins will continue to go up even if Bitcoin goes down? The market itself, to run through the bull cycle, is tied to Bitcoin. So when you get a down pull in Bitcoin, we saw at the end of the start of this week, when we thought the end of last week was going to be the hard, like March 26th with all the contract expiries. We thought that was going to be very hard on the market on the Friday, but all the FUD leading up to it was actually what dragged the price down and adversely dragged the price down for almost most of the market, unless you owned audio. What's up? We did. And audio seemed to perform fairly well. There's other ones that popped through that as well, but audio did really well last week. But let's jump in. Hey, Catherine, no problem for the information. All right, Janet, let's look at Anchor and see if we think there's anything else left on it. We will go back here. Actually, let's just pull up the 7-day because I'm pretty sure it'll be on the 7-day, yeah. So Anchor in the last 7 days is the second biggest mover. Stored was the top, but here's Anchor itself. It's on a 14% retrace right now, but it doesn't mean it's all bad things coming for it. So we'll pull up the trading view. The trading view on the daily view right now is showing that we've get some correction. We're getting some push down. Now we've got sellers controlling the market, driving the price back down. We do have some buyers on the last day that were trying to push that price up, but the sellers ultimately were able to pull it down. And it looks like today we're still moving in that same trend, pulling the price down. But if we go to the 4-hour candles, yeah, we're getting the same indication where we're starting to form maybe into a teacup. And that's just strictly the formation where this might come back up and go to that 20-cent mark and then start running up. What do I think that we could see from Anchor? Let's see if there's any buying spots here. Yeah, we're getting some pretty good support here at 16 cents right now. I mean, we got some right now in the current candle. We're wicking down below 16 cents, but it hasn't officially closed out of that yet. I would hate to see it slide much further if we want to keep momentum going with Anchor. But if we go back to our 4-hour here, I would suspect that if we could keep this even on the bottom of that wick, we're 17.43. I'd like to see Anchor close this above 16 and then start maybe stacking some support across here and then work our way up, and let's retest this resistance at 1947 and see if we can't break through on it. I also like to look for trends in the market and how it responds to these kind of downwards. This one's a little bit smaller. If I measure that there, that was a 17% retracement. Measure again. That's only a 13%, so 17% retracement is going to leave us in around that 1586, kind of where it's at right now. So if you see that, it bounced through, closed off that, let's zoom in on it. But you see it closed up and then came back down and then popped again. Again, same thing here. We got some pullback and then pumps up. So definitely might be looking at an indicator. I'm going to start watching this one tomorrow. Anchor is the one. It could be the next one we're jumping into here. But definitely maybe looking to get a buying signal or two here. Watch for it to stack some accumulation and expect for this one maybe to jump off again. Great question. I appreciate that. Let's go back to our stream view and see if there's anything else here. No, I think there's nothing else in the chat. I know there's a bit of delay between live and what you guys are seeing on YouTube. I'm not going to sign off right away, but if there's anything else that you guys want talked about before we pop off tonight, we can do it real quick. But I do like that. Anchor is going to stay on my radar. I wonder if there's any news planned for this week for Anchor as well, because as we know, social aspects definitely help push this one up. Yeah, so the big run behind right now with Anchor is that Coinbase just listed it. Curve, Anchor, and Storage were just released into Coinbase here, so one of the reasons why you're seeing that run up again. Anyways, guys, that's all I got. Remember, just because we talk about it doesn't mean it's good for you to buy. Do a little bit of research, take a look. Hit up YouTube, guys. Really resourceful place, believe it or not. And you guys can search on how to do the research with candlesticks on the crypto charts. See if you can find markets and or times in the market when to buy and versus time and when to sell. And go from there. Again, shout out to my soda stream. But that's it. If there's nothing else coming through, we'll call it. I appreciate all the engagement. We had some viewers, some new subscribers hit up tonight, so that was great. Again, I appreciate the love and the support and respect that we're getting. Everything, all the conversations that we're having, all the comments. I want people to know that I'm being respectful and not trying to be coy. I think that it's a fantastic way to communicate and talk about stuff. I will try to be more mindful on the naming of the videos so that we don't have any confusion, because I don't want people to be confused.